when I step up in the place, say yo, I step correct. Got you all in check. I got that head nod that make you your neck. And you know we come through to wreck the discotheque. I got you all in check. Throw your hands up in the air, don't ever disrespect. I got you all in check. Bust the rhymes up in the place, true indeed. Yes, I get record, that's word on my feed. I'm guaranteed to give you what you need. One blood, everybody like Junior Reed. Wake up every morning, yo, I must succeed. Nationwide rockers make the world stampede. Yo, Willie, make we roll some mad charge. Now I must proceed. Yo, we about to make moves, set speed. Like Apollo Creed, body. Making you just feed off dynamic flows and take heed. Need more information, homeboy, than just read. Hey, you can read all about the pure breed.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, it's our main event between these road warriors and these guys defending their home turf. Lucky week 13 it is. Everyone hoping for a little good fortune this time around as we enter the home stretch of the regular season. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. The rookie from Notre Dame able to take him down.
Well, that run may not remove the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Now Jalen Wright gets it for the first time. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards. Great call in a short yardage situation right there, Brock. And that was exactly the type of front that defense needed to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the X's and O's of it. And then even more, the guys going out there and executing it, pulling the trigger to create that loss.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
180. Four now.
We'll go with a design keeper. And the run will not get there. They're turned away right near that marker. It's 4th down.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Trying to get it on the keeper. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. Wow, what a call. They wind up with 12 on 4th down. They pull off the conversion.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
See how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet. Those are the kind of plays, an inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Running behind center with White. And his drive up the middle gets him about 3. Play brought to an end by Jonathan Grenard.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door. Bigger gap in the future.
3rd down and 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. A gain of 26 yards there. And that's going to bring up 1st down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. That sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Gibbs. And he runs this one in for the touchdown. These guys finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. With the extra point, here's Smith. The point after splits the uprights. And these guys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Smith has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
And 10 at their own 35-yard line.
All set to go now from the 35.
Here we go. Ready?
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Working quickly here.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Back-to-back carries here. And he won't be able to get past the line. And very quickly, Brock, they're going to be facing 3rd down to begin this ball game.
It's 3rd down and 4.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Flushed out of the pocket. He's making a bid for it. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. Dose of the hurry-up offense here.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Warrior 70. 18, Pioneer.
Throwing now on 1st down. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Offense up to the line fast.
Brings up 2nd and 20 at the 46-yard line.
19.
Back to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He's trying to find Ty Felton with that one. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
And 20.
60 Bobcat. Here we go. Shot. Ready?
3rd and long for him here. Outside, this is into the hands of Felton. Picked up a good chunk, but they stop him shy of the 1st. It's 4th and short.
A big gain on the play.
Cup 19. Ready?
They'll throw for it. That'll be the 1st and more. Puts together a quality game here before sliding to a stop. Offense in the hurry up here.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Chop 60.
1st and 10, looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Looking quickly here.
It's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Panther 11. Dragon 6, 79 Broncos. Go.
Throw here, third down. Escapes the pocket. And he carries it in for the touchdown. These guys finish off their opening drive. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. All set to go now from the 35. We'll start on the ground with Gibbs. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Gave away a couple on the first down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12. They go play action with Goff. That winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. These two NFC North teams have played one so far. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll get back to the action in just a moment. We're back, and we'll join this drive already in progress to begin quarter 2. They'll need something big here to start out. It's 3rd and long. It's out. You've lost it on the hit. And it looks like they got it back. They did. Offense maintains possession. 4 yards narrows the distance a bit, but still some yardage left here on 4th down. Offense isn't budging. They're going for it.
Tonight. Hey, kill. 180. Maverick. Hey, 5.
It's Goff on 4th down. Oh, try forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. And he takes this one back. It's a pick 6 for the touchdown. Well, they had to try something there on 4th down, but that throw played right into what the defense was anticipating, Brock, and they make it hurt that much worse by taking the turnover back for 6.
Hey, I'm all for these great group celebrations, and, I'm not Captain No Fun, but one of these times I'd like to see that player run that football over to the D coordinator who predicted that play was coming and really made the right call to create that opportunity.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball to the 35 to begin this drive. All set to go now from the 35. On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
That's good for a few. He brings up 3rd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
yards out. Receiver in motion. He's headed right. Goff on third. Has a man downfield. It's Laporta. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. Now about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. All set to go now from the 35.
Result is a first down.
Line up the design keeper. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop it behind the line. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming, so managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and AT for attack, exactly what he just did.
All right, here we go. Second down. It's Gibbs on the carry. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Give him 4 yards on the carry. Gets him some yards back, but still 3rd and 9 upcoming.
They'll go away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
4th down and 9, and look at this. The offense is still out there.
We're good.
They'll go for it. Goff. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. That's Cole Bishop. There he goes on the right side. And he's making the house call here. It's a touchdown on the pick six. Second time he's had an errant throw taken back for 6 in this half, Brock. As a quarterback, how do you come back from this knowing there's so much game left?
How do you come back from it, or how do your family and friends come back from it? I know as I get older, I obviously think about them more and more. As a competitor, you're just going to grit your teeth and do what you can. But for the loved ones following, that's a tough second pick six to watch.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35.
35-yard line.
All set to go now from the 35. Starting this drive with a design run. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Stop right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humble when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
There's a give for right. That's a nice running there. Gets him 8. 3rd down coming up.
So much to like about that run, particularly when he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Check.
3rd and 2, Brock, as we have reached our 2-minute warning. Stay with us. More of the NFL on EA Sports coming up. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. We'll go with a design keeper. Space on the right. He's got room. He makes it in for the touchdown. the design run from there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, KQB, do your thing, get a 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hack, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
They only talk about it, how I get it.
35-yard line.
Face, seeing the cosmetics. How many heads I gotta take to level my aesthetics? Hurry up and get your muscle up. We got the plyometric. Ran up by the Lux Nessa up the highest metric. The city just made it sweet. You could diabetic. They mouth get full of deceit. Let these cowards tell it.
All set to go now from the 35.
18 Cardinals. 18. Ready?
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Those windows over the middle, the congestion, just the mass of people. If you're not on time and on target, you're not going to find a completion, especially on that down and distance.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's a handoff. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
70, 18, Pioneers. Dragon 60, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Chaps 60 Bobcats. Hey.
3rd and long, they're going to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, so that brings up 4th and long.
Kate, I think that was the type of play we expected out of this defense to start the game. Can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up, but that can sure help to get yourself off the field with that 3rd down stop.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Mustang 19. Ready.
Here's the snap on 4th. And now turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on 4th down. And now it puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on 4th.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. First play is a design run. He's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Down now, 7 to go. Here's Gibbs on the carry. He does it. Touchdown.
For the touchdown.
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they could take it to the house.
The kick is good.
That one right down the middle. And his guys tie this game at 21. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. All set to go now from the 35. First and 10. It's McCarthy. Into traffic. Complete. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
First and 10. Here's McCarthy. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down after a short game. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll come to the line here. Second and 9.
48-yard line.
19, 65.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Has him on the quick hitter. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Offensive line fast.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up third and 5.
Throwing on third, McCarthy. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. He's out of bounds before he could challenge for that marker. It's fourth down.
You've got to be cognizant of where the line to gain is. You can't run that route short, and you certainly can't throw it. That route's just not deep enough. Needed to extend it closer to the chains for a first down.
McCarthy throwing on fourth down. On the move, headed right. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38.
18 Cardinal, 18 Pioneer.
Here's McCarthy, first and 10. Caught quickly on the slant. And they take him down right along the 30.
A 7-yard pickup.
Just 2 seconds left in the half as we get a timeout.
At the 30-yard line.
Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 47-yarder. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Shades of the 2009 Super Bowl. They're going onside kick to begin the second half. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. No sign to slow it down as we begin our second half. All right, partner, are you on board with that call we just saw? Yes, they trailed, but it's not a huge lead. It's only in the third quarter. Hold it, you jumped the gun. Now they're in a tougher spot because they didn't recover. Did you say no?
No. No.
Why not?
Because 95% of the time or so, those things fail. Why would you do that this early? No.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
They give it to him again. Oh, he loses the football. Oh, and they pick it up. Time to push for that marker. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. And it's Dante Kent in on the stop.
Brings up third down and 2.
He fires out wide. Complete. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. Looks like they're going to happily turn this one down and let the play stand.
Mustang 19. Get it.
Working on first down. He's got a man left. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
First down and 10 yards to go.
19 Tiger. Viking 18. Go, Rig. Go.
Option give here. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
The tackle by Chris
Trap
Braswell.
60. Trap 60.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
Taken by Felton left side. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Offense in the hurry up here.
A gain of 4. Brings up third and 4.
Shotgun now on third down. And the connection made in the end zone. Touchdown. These guys grow the lead coming out of halftime. That one splits the uprights. And these guys Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
All right, they're out and set. Here we go, 1st and 10.
We go tonight. Like 20.
Drive begins with Gibbs. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you can be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Within 5 on that play. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Air it out on 3rd. Short pass, Bryant. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
It's out. Gibbs lost it on the hit. And it looks like the defense has it. And the ball is going to remain at midfield as he is stopped at the line. No gain.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
Come on. Ready.
Rolling back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Goes to the hurry up here.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and
In the air here. Looking slant route, complete. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Working quickly here.
gain of 16 yards. That's good.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard
70
line.
Ranger, 70 Ranger. Ready.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Fits it through the middle. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Teammates notice when they got a guy willing to take it on the chin to get rid of the pass. That's a pass that's going to earn a lot of points with the other 10 players, not just today, but when they go back and watch that play on tape.
Check, hurt, go.
Working inside the red zone. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
He's going to throw it again. Into the end zone, but not brought in. It falls incomplete. And will bring up 3rd down. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. It takes a special quarterback to thread the needle. He couldn't do it.
You know what that's like? That's like passing across your own crease in hockey, kid. That's a big no-no. When you challenge double coverage in the end zone, and let me tell you, coaches don't really like that either.
To the air on 3rd and long. And the ground game works for the touchdown. These guys capitalize on the fumble with 6. Lining up now to try the extra point. The XP is up and good. And his guys take a 3-possession lead. After they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Offense to the line. Here we go. Running it with Gibbs. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play. It does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. They go play action with Goff. Finds him on the crossing route. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a gain of 12 on that one, and that gives him the first.
That's such a good example, Kate. You don't have to be an elite runner to be a good thrower of the football on the run. The same fundamentals, the attention to detail to be a good pocket passer, they show up on the run as well. That's an excellent job getting the completion.
Now Gibbs. And he's going to have this one down at the 37. A gain of 15 there. And that'll set him up with a fresh set of downs.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
First down, and they go right back to him. That played good for, looks like about 6. Second down upcoming.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Goff off the play action. Finds him on the slant. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down. This is the end of the third quarter. It's not quite over yet, but it take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the fourth quarter. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs. It's inside the 10. And he's able to tip this one in for the touchdown. These guys get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground.
Let's see, Kate. I think in bowling, you get 3 strikes, that's a turkey. You know, in hockey or soccer, you score 3 goals, that's a hat trick. What are we going to call this other than simply splendid?
Goff leading the offense back to the line. They're going for 2.
The offense will line up for a 2-point conversion.
They'll try to run it in. And he's into the end zone again, so he gets them the touchdown and the 2, and single-handedly shaves 8 points off that lead.
29.
So we've got ourselves a 9-point game now as they'll kick this off. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Hold the ready.
All set to go now from the 35.
Ready. 60 Eagles.
Now they're going to throw out of the gun. Oh, they get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. Ooh, and they are lucky to get this one back on the recovery. Still their football, but need to make some progress here. This is 2nd and long.
13 at the 32-yard line.
Setting up to throw. Has it downfield, working the left. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. This one goes for an even 25 yards. That means first down. The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
19 Tiger. Ready.
They'll run here on first down. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
One thing I could say positive about the execution of that play was at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Working now from the gun. Going deep here for the end zone. And he sails that one over the end zone.
QBs, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
60 Eagles, trap 60, trap 60. Come on, set. 18,
Third and long for him here. It is caught left side. And he's taken down at the 30. Give him 13 on that play. And that gives him a first down.
Here we go, set. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
From the gun, they're going to hand it off. Running in the red zone. And they take this in for the score. These guys could lock away the win as they make it a 15-point game. Offense staying out, looking for two more.
Hey, smash Bronco. 18, Pioneer. 70 Rangers, 19 Lions.
All right, they're going to throw for it. Has it at the 1. He will get into the end zone. They go for 2, and that gives them a 3-score advantage. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball at the 35 to begin this drive. All set to go now from the 35. Up the gut they go with Gibbs. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Off play action, Goff. Trying for the deep ball. Caught just shy of the goal line. And in he goes for the touchdown. These guys get it back to within 2 possessions. Goff leading the offense back to the line. They're going for 2.
The offense will line up for a 2-point conversion.
They're throwing it. And it's hauled in inside the end zone for 2. That trims the lead just a little bit. Worked so well the first time. Hey, why not go right back to it? See if you can be successful again. They do, and they are.
And I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because you almost feel the confidence, right? Like if you get it the first time, you're almost playing with house money. Even if you fail, it's still 14 points. It's not really a failure. And if you get it, well, you gain even more confidence and make that opponent think that much more.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
All set to go now from the 35.
Viking 18, Everett. Viking 18.
I'll throw this from the gun. It's everything he has under this one. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's second down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
70 Timberwolves. Cowboy 80.
Option design here. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
Here he goes. 3rd and long. The 3rd down throw falls incomplete.
You never ever as an offense like 3-and-outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
The lead looks safe, but the pedals staying down. They're going for this.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Mustang 19.
They're going to try to throw for it. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
A 50% hit rate on fourth down, while not horrible, to me signifies something even more important, Kate. And that's that this offense is going to continue to be aggressive. It's been their mindset throughout, and I don't think it's going to change anytime soon.
A give to Gibbs. He gets it right. And he nearly gets him into the red zone as he's down at the 22. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That's good for a first down. A gain of 13 yards. And
off the play fake. Here's Goff. And it is knocked away. Shot to the end zone, answered there by a strong defensive effort. Second down.
Brings up second.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket and keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
This is Gibbs on second down. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3, so chipping away a few here ahead of this third down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
They'll toss it to Gibbs. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up fourth down.
Like the final battle scene from a movie, came two sides charging each other, and they beat right at that line. And they didn't have to drive backward. All they had to do was hold the line to go win that battle.
Kicked well, and this is good! And it pulls them back within 1 score here in the fourth.
His make there, they had to have that one. It really does set up a judgment call down on the field. This is where special teams coach and head coach are talking about game management. You've got 3 timeouts left, so you really can write either script you want. Onside kick or send it deep.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35.
Okay, ready?
All set to go now from the 35.
Go! 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Panther 60,
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And they're going to have a first down now.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Another carry for him. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Trying to set this up quick.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Going to the ground again on first. He surges ahead for 5. Make it second down. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first.
It's a pickup of
They'll need to decide what to do on this second down.
4.
Ready? Panther 60, Panther 60, 18, Pioneer. Ready, ready?
They're going to pass it here. Brought in close to the 8. And they're going to have first and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll try and punch it in.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense came at the perfect time.
Law sets him up at the 9-yard line. It's second and goal.
70 Lions. 70 Lions. Check, Bobcat. Check, Bobcat.
He gets it again. And that's just about to it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. So So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
Team 54, visitors 40.
They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. All set to go now from the 35. Play action here with Goff. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
They stop him after a gain of about 3. Leaves him looking at 4th down. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Value 3, value 3.
Here he goes. Gotta have this on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
79 Broncos. Rig alert, rig alert. Go now.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Cardinal, 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Mustang 19.
Pass play coming here. And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively. Right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurry throw, almost an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
So hard work rewarded as they